It's Friday. It's been a good Friday. We had some visitors today. We've made a deal and acquired Jolene's motor for her Bugatti, so I'm hoping that she's happy. Doug surprised me again and did a little tradey poo-poo and some money, so it's been a good day. Made me smile all day. We had the wood guy in, Jeff. He's been in. He's looked at the car and seen the windows, seen the doors. I don't think anything surprises him any. I think that he'll probably end up doing a fantastic job. I have confidence, just like I have in Jolene. I want to show you, that's why we're making this video, because we show you stuff. What happens is I'm going to show you her welding. There wasn't much that got done today. I shouldn't say it wasn't much. We cleaned the shop up, vacuumed, trying to get some of the, we think we're running a flour mill here. We're doing some filling and stuff because it gets dusty. But as we clean the shop up, it's getting close to the end of the day. We want to show you what we're doing. I'm going to do something to the Bugatti, but I want to show you what Jolene's doing on the 40 right now. As we showed you last night, we welded this all in, or I didn't. Jolene did. Now we're going to take a look at it and just talk about it for a second, because you don't know till you've been shown or told or whatever. And this way here, when you look at how we're doing things, then you can see how you're doing things, and then you can measure up a little bit, and then you can make it better, you can make it worse, you can do whatever you want with it, but you need to know, so you know. That's how I feel about things. People need to know things when they want to know it. As we're going here, Jolene has welded the sill to the running board. She has not worked that, and I can tell you why, because you would see it in the metal if it was. You would see that it was up and down. It's not up and down. She has not worked that. This right here is beautiful. You can weld that really, really, really nice. Something like that there is a pinhole to me. We would come back in and plug that again. Really, 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 really nice. Then we got here. Then we really didn't have enough meat, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Jolene. I am just explaining to her and myself what I enjoy and what I think we need be. Having this weld on here where there's lots there, there's lots to grind. I can make that look nice. I can feather it off, but I cannot feather that off, if you know what I'm trying to tell you as a welder. As we got going up in here, we fixed the bottom of the front fender. This piece here I did not like when we got looking at it last night. I did not like it. We decided to weld the round bar up and then stick this piece right down to the running board and weld it right along and put a little piece in there. Makes it nicer, less heat. Jolene has welded up in here. Got these two little pieces in here. Everything is great, but you take and check right down in here in this corner. I would put more weld in there so we can grind it off and feather it off a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say. Same with up in here. We can put a little more weld on so we can feather it off. If you do not have it, you cannot grind it off. And for us to want more meat there is just telling us that we want to do the best job we can. This is not ground. This is not cleaned. This is not anything. This is just welded up in the way that we weld things up. If you come over here and look at the back part where she welded to the running board in the back. We've already welded along the bottom of the round bar. Now we're on the top of the round bar. And everything looks really good to me. There's only a couple little spots, and it's just like little things like that and little things like that that make your grinding or make the welding not look that great. This is what's going on. Come over here and take a look at this. As we ground this off, we've ground the heads off, but you can see where the low places are. You can't get to them because you can't grind it all off to get to that because you would lose your weld. Up here in front, I really enjoy all that weld because I can feather that off on either side. There's that little point there again that I would put a little bit of more weld in there, and so we can get that and feather that off a little bit. There's a little spot there, a little spot there. We'll fix that up as we go, and then keep touching it and keep touching it. As we come over here, come over this side. Now, as you come in this way, look at this angle. Now we still got our door gap here. We still got our door gap. And we're also going to make a door bottom so we can make the gap. We've got to make it perfect again, if you know what I'm trying to say. And that's what I mean by putting enough meat on to weld. I really enjoy that because I can grind that all off and make it all look good. In here, we need a little bit more weld. It's welded, but it needs more to make it look better, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. Friday, we wanted to show you something, so we're going to show you. On the Bugatti, Jolene's been welding that. She welded that up yesterday. We didn't get much done today, but we got a lot done because we've now got an engine for this car. I've been playing with this car on and off as Jolene's been playing with the 40, and I decided to fill this out. Me pushing this back shouldn't hurt this any. If it does, I'll fix it. But right now, as I've got the fender filled out, you can see, if you come take a look, this part was welded down here, so I glassed it. You can see the glass, but you can see we're back down to the metal again. And wherever when we hit metal, that's when we flush it off, that's when we know to stop. But right now, I'm going to use a porta power. And the reason I'm going to use a porta power is, I'll show you real quick. Did I put that away, or where did I put that? I'm going to show you why I'm using this, because this bar here has fell down and it's kind of laid in a little bit. In the edge of the hood, I bent it and put a more than 90 on it. I don't know what you would call it, but I put more of a 90 on it. I bent it, and that made that hood go straight. So that means this has to go straight to make them coincide with each other. I want to bring this back out because it's laid in. If I put the level going across there, you can see it's almost. I get a little. That's too long. That's too long to tell me what I need to know. But as you can see, it's laid in there. I want something. Let's take this straight. Not long enough. Where'd that blue level go? Anyways, this is what I'm going to do. What's that? Show them what the house looked like 10 years ago. 10 years ago. That's me and you in Vegas, baby. That's me and JoJo in Vegas. That's a good picture of the baby. Look, even driving the Bugatti. Look, even got the spine going down the back. I got the tattoo on the neck and everything. Cool. That was good times, wasn't it, baby? Good times. Good times. Let's put this on here. I might have to take them vice grips off. See, as you can tell, I'm touching on one side. I'm almost that vice grips out, laying down in there in the center, as I can see that. I just want to push that apart. And what I'm going to do is, I got a pair of vice grips on it, so it don't slide this way. And I'm going to put a pair of vice grips on the other half, so it don't slide that way. And this thing here is called a porta power. We used it on the Pinto. I do not enjoy using it, but it sure does help when you're in sort of a little bit of a, a little bit of a mess. Like, I want that to come back out. And what I do not want to bang that with a hammer and try to bring it back out, because there's nothing to hold it after I hit it, I'd like to have it just pressure put on it and push it back out, and that's why I'm going to use this. If I hit it with a big hammer, it's just going to go bow, you know that feeling. I hope you do. If you don't, you'll find out when you try something like that. So this is just more or less a hydraulic jack pushing hydraulic fluid to open that up. And what I'm going to do is, you can buy these fairly cheap anywheres, I think. Fairly cheap anywheres. I'm going to put an end on this thing. I don't think I need that one. Yeah, don't matter, does it? Yeah, it don't matter. Maybe I put this on this end. And all I'm trying to do is fit up some ends that go inside this so I can push this apart. So what I'm going to do is, that's too long obviously, and what I did is I put it in the middle. I'm just going to push from the middle, and hopefully it does it. I don't want to, why is this missing? There's something missing here, a collar missing. I don't want to do a whole bunch of it. I just want to make it work. That's longer than that one. Now we need the bar that goes in between and a little tiny spacer. Put that on that side. Put this one on this side. How's that? I'm not sure which one pushes, to be honest with you. I think there's where I'm going to be. I'm missing a bushing that goes on this end, obviously. It looks like I am. Should be a thing that tightens it up so it jacks out. See what happens here. I got that there, that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these vice grips on. And it has to be done, you know. I want to make it look right. It has to be done. Had a lot of fun today. Today's Friday. Had a lot of people in visiting. Had a good time today. I think Jolene's happy with your purchase. Are you happy with her purchase? Did a little wheeling and dealing at the same time, which is all good stuff, isn't it? It's all good stuff. Now I'm going to give you example. If you don't know, what a good deal is. You know what a good deal is? Baby? You know what a good deal is? When both sides are happy. That's a good deal. Now I'm just jacking this across here. You see that thing going over there? See that pushing that? That pushing that right here? See that? Now I just got them vice grips holding that. And I'm jacking that at the same time. Now, I think I got pressure on that. Do you want to take it, just maybe watch down that, watch down this piece right here, just tell me if it looks straight to you or how much, you know what I mean? You can see it move, or if you get down. Can you see it move? Watch it move. Is it moving? Does it look straight? Put her down the camera, they'll tell you. They'll tell you if it looks straight. Doesn't look bad, does it? Oh, it looks good. I'm going to give it another little jerk, just for a little bit, and call it a day, I guess. Huh? Right there, we're going to leave right there. How much should come back? What's that? Well, it couldn't have come all the way back because we had more. What I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this off and this off. There's probably no better way than try the hood. I'm just going to take it off. I'm going to try the hood because there's no other better way to tell than the hood. That's what fits there. That's what goes on there. Also, when I put the hood on, if it's in just a little tiny bit, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to fill out around these here. I've welded round stock all the way in around there. It's got weld marks, it's got grind marks, it's got a little tiny pinhole where the weld was. So when I, you know, if it's out a little bit, I still have to run some filler on that. So I'm not scared to run a little filler on that if it needs be. As I put the hood on. You can see, we can see how nice it is here, eh? Nice fits there, fits nice there, fits nice at the back. Still, look, still got, you know, 1/4 inch, and I got half of that on this side. So I'll take that back off. We'll do it one more time, and then we'll go from there. That's just pushing that apart, you know. It's no big thing going on. We're just pushing it apart. And what I did is I chose the middle to push it. And the reason I got the vice grips on there so don't take sliding off either way. And that's the only reason. So, what I did notice this time, that this side right here was closer than that side. That's what I noticed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Porter Power around this time and put it on this side, and then, if you know what I'm saying. I think this side is closer, so I'm going to turn around and do it on the other side and see if I can't get the same thing. So I push this side. Some of the stuff you need a couple people, but we're managing. Hurry, baby. You wash down that line, see if it pushes it out. That's got that out quite a ways. And you can tell it's got to go quite a ways. We're out further in the center. It's like this now. But when we let it in, it should just take right off, right back in, I'm hoping. Watch it go in. There. Went in quite a ways, didn't it? We'll leave it there. I can only tell by putting the hood on. Yeah, I can say it fits, but to tell you the truth, the only way I'd know is to put the hood on. But it's been a good Friday. It's been a good Friday, man. And I think we're going to be okay. What we got going on there now, when, like that, when I pull the hood down, oh, that's good. I like it. The hood's up a little bit. I think it can be pulled down. This hood is going pretty good. That's nice and straight, and I push that down. It can go a little bit further maybe, but I want to go easy on it. This hood here is not going to butterfly. It's going to be held down by belt buckle, and that's it. So when we belt buckle it down, I'm not sure if we're going to bend it more or what, but the outside runners look good and straight. They do. And you put that on there, that's nice and straight. Beautiful. Okay? When the hood is held down to the right thing, I think we're golden. Straight too. Cool. We might press that out a little bit more, I'm not sure. Can't say for sure. But that's what's happening right there. I just put that back in place. Now we can start filling out the sides. I got the fender filled out this side. I've got that fender 3/4 filled out. It's funny how a cat pissed on that, and I ground that and try to get rid of that. Boy, that's a pissy mess. But anyways, take the hood back off. And I'm going to show you something. We end the video. This stuff here is great. I don't know if it's kind of a mesh for making grinding feed or what it is, but I'd say it's a great for processing grain or something. It's stainless steel. And what's going to happen is on each one of these holes here, before I fill it out, I'm going to weld a bolt on the back side of it on each corner, maybe one in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of this, fit it in from the back side, and you'll get that look that we're looking for when that's bolted up in there. Then we'll cut it off and we'll make each one separate. So I've got to make 6 of those. So I've got to weld 24 studs, 6 pieces of this, and then we'll bolt them on from the back side, and then we'll have that great look. We should be priming next week sometime, hopefully. We'll be priming it, and then what we'll probably end up doing is run the doors down, maybe see if we can give him some time to play with that. Like, he has another job besides doing what we want, so we'll give that to him maybe and let him play with it. That's good that that moved. And also, you can tell it moved because it buckled some of the metal that was bent down over the square bar. And what I'll do is I'll come in with a hammer, and I'll play with that a little bit, hold it, and try to pound it down and cut off the excess. So what I'm telling you is we know we've moved it because the metal has stretched. And that's where we're at. Oh yeah, I want to say, I'm not going to let that head out of the bag yet. We'll just cruise on from there. But everybody have a safe Friday night. We want to thank everybody that says good things again. I can't say enough. You know, anybody that I have offended saying the wrong name, I do not mean to offend anybody. I just want to thank you and appreciate the things that you have given me and the, you know, just the inspiration to keep on cruising, if you know what I'm saying. And tonight, me and Jolene are going to take it easy, enjoy each other, and enjoy what we are building together. And that's what we are doing. Jolene has a little bit more welding to do on the other side. I don't want to press her too much because you know how that goes. It doesn't become enjoyable after that. But I think you enjoy it. I think Jolene enjoys it. She's doing an awesome job on that. We just straightened out the front on the Bugatti, as you've seen. I didn't think that was going to be a big deal. Everything's going really good. Everything's going really good. We did a cleanup today. Sometimes we're working in the same shop. There's a lot of dirt gets here. A lot of dirt. Cheers.